Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country Entrance Randomizer. Last time we began this crazy thing, defeated the first boss, and are still on the look for Neki, Naughty, and the King Zinger. We already actually know where K. Rool is located, so it's just a matter of finding those three bosses at this point. I don't think I've ever sat on this screen so long before. The music's actually really good. Usually when I go to Candy Save, it's like enter, save, out. But yeah, it's actually some pretty jazzy music. Where we're gonna go from here, I have no idea, so let's jump right in. And we're back underwater again! Looks like we have the first underwater level this time with the jumping Kremling there. This is so cool. This is so neat, but I think with this, we've seen 3 out of 4 of the underwater levels with Croctopus Chase being the only one that we haven't seen. We've seen Clam City, we've seen Poison Pond, we've seen this one. So yeah, I don't know what it is about my luck in getting underwater levels. And as I've mentioned before, they're unfortunately kind of the most uneventful ones because they only have one exit, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's nice not having to, worry about 500 different exits. And just enjoy the ride once in a while. But so we did a lot last time. We found Sunset Valley where it has like 5 exits. So we're really gonna have to go back and explore that some more. And then from there, it took us to the snow level where we got all the Rambi tokens, where we were then taken to, I believe that's what got us the candy. And now here we are again underwater. Oh yeah, we can get 2 on guards. I always used to love doing that as a kid. One level theme we haven't seen so far is the factory theme. My probably favorite Donkey Kong Country 1 theme is because who does not love... Oh, okay, need to be really careful about that. The factory music and all that. And again, I mean, just factory levels in any game. I just love the atmosphere of, like, a good industrial romp, honestly. But if we get one more Espresso token, it's just going to take us to K. Rool, which doesn't really help us too much until we defeat the other 3 bosses and need to get there. But with that said, where will we be headed next? And we have the second level now. And wow, okay, a lot more trouble getting up there than I figured we would. And this level has 2 bonus games and the normal exit. And it comes, down to that debate. Which exits do I want to get? Do I want to play through levels normally? Maybe I should have, come up with a strategy like that. Always play through any levels I encounter right until the end. Maybe I'll just, get Rambi tokens in case I feel like them later. And then do bonus games? But I think, in my mind, I've kept pretty good track of where I've been and where I haven't. So just for the heck of it, here we go. Oh, now we've encountered Cranky. Have you heard? The Kremling I have befriended told me a boss is after Espresso. Okay, well, Espresso, we collected all the Espresso tokens and that took us to K. Rool. So I guess that's probably the hint that we're supposed to be getting there. Down here. I mean, how are you, if you are not familiar with the Donkey Kong Country games? I mean, of course, particularly number 1, I feel like there's some really, out there, bonus games hidden in places that you'll never find unless you just go and jump into... Wow! You're kidding me! Random holes. But like, if you are not familiar with your Donkey Kong Country, this randomizer is going to be all sorts of painful. And that's another candy. I believe that since there are 6 worlds in Donkey Kong Country 1, there are 6 Candy Kongs, 6 Funky Kongs, and 6 Cranky Kongs. And with that, I think this is our 3rd Candy Kong now. So with that said, thanks everyone for watching. We're going to save, and I'm just kidding. We're not going to cut off that early. And wow, that brings us back to here. Okay. This is... very fascinating. That was, kind of a weird roundabout where we took that bonus game, ended up at Candy, and then pretty much like right back here. And that's just good to know all around because we can get lots of Rambi tokens here if we wish. And we're gonna proceed on here, and look, there's a Croc Rock guy, Rock Croc, but he's sleeping because I guess the switch must be off, which is very nice. Can't say I don't appreciate that. Go here, get this. I don't know, even if you have both Kongs, it's just so much fun to break the the DK barrels open. So I have a debate to make with myself here. Do I want to enter the bonus game that's right at the end of the level, or do I want to beat the level normally? Ooh, this is... I don't like any of this. Okay. I think I'm probably going to do bonus games. No! I should have known that that was gonna happen. I thought maybe he would sneak past the side. That was just my bad call, I guess. I should have known that that was gonna happen. That's just an interaction that you never see in the normal Donkey Kong Country, is being shot out of a barrel. Why is that one in particular a different color? That's interesting. And then, you know, hitting an enemy along the way, which causes you to, you know, kind of leave your being shot out of a barrel state. That's so neat. And, you know, so this time we'll have to keep the, you know, account of that. And in the future, it's going to be very important to think, should I jump into this barrel or am I going to get destroyed by an enemy? And wow, these are supposed to be zingers, and instead it's just like all sorts of random enemies floating in the air. See, like you, don't need to worry about you. And where will this lead? Hopefully not to Candy Kong again. This, I believe, is Trick Track Trek, the second level of World 5. And as a kid, it always gave me a little bit of trouble because you have to beat this along with Oil Drum Alley before it and Elevator Antics after it in order to get to the save point. And beating those 3 levels, they're not too bad on their own. But when you have to do them all together, and usually only on like 5 lives because I didn't often go and build them up unless I really needed them, it could be quite the challenge. There's also, of course, what's it called? Tanked Up Trouble in the 6th world, which is a lot like this level, except you have to worry about getting those oil drums as well. I can stand on that. I don't need to worry about being destroyed by anything. Okay. Necky. I was gonna jump on that naughty and then it fell, and that almost completely threw me off. This part here, you normally kind of have to worry about being shot by the Necky, but since the enemies are randomized, in some cases I guess that, you know, that actually helps you out. In that case, when a clam's kind of in your face, not so much. Oh, I almost got hit by that pearl. That was close. Back to Poison Pond again. So since I know that this just takes me back to level 1-1, I can start and select. Now it will take me back to my last checkpoint, which I can now use to beat, I believe, Ropey Rampage correctly, which is kind of cool. Okay, so again, this getting lost in this gigantic maze is so much fun. But, you know, we're shaving it down. We're figuring out which exits lead us where. And then in the future, you know, we're not going to have to worry about those ones necessarily. Unfortunately, the problem is that was a weird falling speed that guy had. And I don't know, but I'll believe you. I almost got destroyed by that zinger too. Where's this gonna go? Oh my gosh! Oh, but it gives you squawks. Look at the colors though. Oh, but because I didn't get a checkpoint. Wow. Okay. That's just kind of, you know, throwing you right into the gauntlet there. This is gonna be pretty crazy. That's hard when the zinger just kind of comes out of nowhere and hits you in the face like that. Alright, so we are back to Torchlight Trouble, and that's fair! Just dropping me right on top of that nut. Totally... I mean, it's a big mess because not only is it... I mean, obviously the enemies are just crazy, but at the same time, the lights and just the colors all mess with your head. That's just it's an interesting experience that you only have in the Donkey Kong Country Randomizer. And what am I supposed to do about that? Okay, like speaking of things that are impossible to deal with. TNT barrel can get bananas out of the ground? I'm not sure if I knew that. It's kind of cool. Okay, once again, being attacked by something off-screen. Totally a fair tactic. But here we go. Unless I totally get destroyed by this claptrap. Alright, another try at this. Okay. Okay, like, look, how do you deal with that? Okay, well, I managed it somehow. Hopefully everyone's eyes are okay with what's going on here. Man, Neckies are just the worst. But, thankfully, okay, armadillo, you can go away, platform, very good. Hopefully you're the kind that can be destroyed. There's a fish there. There's a barrel there. And there's a bonus game. Yes. Okay, well, I don't know if I should have done the normal elixir or not. Hey, our second boss! The second boss, yes! But wow, okay. So basically, dying now will take us to the beginning of this boss, which is very nice. And I see that we have like a Neki built into the battle now or something like that. Or is that just like a, randomly generated enemy? Okay, very good. 2 hits somehow. This is like more luck than anything, but I'm not going to complain. And I didn't have any chance to get to the ground there, but I just kept bouncing on top of things. Wow, okay. Selecting to randomize the bosses is awesome, but also very spooky. And you are kind of just doing a thing there. Wow, this is cool. What a way to make a game that you've played a million times feel so new and fresh. Like, I never would have imagined that just, putting some new enemies around, mixing up the exits could make Donkey Kong Country 1 feel so different, and yet it does. It just does such a good job of that. Now, we seem to have, I don't know, gotten into a good loop here. How did we summon Squawks? Uh-oh. Okay. Shouldn't be too many more hits. We got Neki there not being too much of an issue, so that's why I'm not really defeating them. If I defeat them, they might spawn enemies that are even more difficult to deal with. So, they can stand up there and do whatever they want all day long, and that is the second boss down! Heck yeah! That was cool. That was really cool. And now it's a 35 at the bottom. What the heck that means? I don't even know. Oh, man. This is fun, though. I am loving this. And I don't think that we're doing too bad, because we know where K. Rool is, and we've defeated 2 of the bosses, and it doesn't feel like we've actually, covered too much of the ground. Oh, no! This is going to take us back to K. Rool again. Speaking of knowing where K. Rool is, this grinder, I believe, will be replaced by K. Rool in the future when, the time comes that we need to defeat him. But at the moment, we are still looking for Naughty and Neki, the 2 bosses that end with, E. And then, can you open up bonus games? No, you can't. That's very fascinating. And if you go over here, can I do a thing like that? And a thing like that? And this takes us back to Candy. So I think that now that we have defeated 2 bosses, this is another good part to call it a day. Thank you so much for everyone who's been enjoying this. My mind is just so blown. This is so cool. I wonder where those last 2 bosses are. I mean, again, it's pretty much been luck up to this point. I mean, that's all it is. There's not really a strategy to it. You just have to know where the different bonus game entrances are. And by knowing that, that's pretty much as prepared as you can be. Otherwise, it's just remembering where you've been, and, giving everything a try. 2 bosses down, 2 to go, and then we know where K. Rool is. Hope that you're, as excited for all of this as I am. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time for more. So thanks, and see you later.